Hello, and welcome to the fiercest land of them all. And we're going to be starting with one of our new dinosaurs. If you heard in the last video, there were screams. So, it looks like finally the threat of them all has finally ended. The megalodon, the giant shark. He is washed up on the shore and cannot get back in. His flipper is stuck in a rock. It falls. He jumps in. Looks like the giant, fierce animal has finally ended his great days. So now we're going to go back to another new dinosaur that has entered the park. And there's 3 new dinosaurs that have entered the park, And this one is an omnivore, which is plant and meat eater. So he is feasting on one of the trees that has grown in one of the edges. And if you look very closely, he has giant claws for fighting and to rip down trees like this one. Looks like he ate all of the tree. Now is walking away, but first he has to get a drink of water. A stream from the lake. And now he is walking away, and now we're going to go to another new dinosaur, and this is a trike. And it turns out that the trike has actually met up with the other trike that we have seen for the past episodes. And they're feeding on, I would say, a forest leaf. Then they hear a call from the sources, which have been eating on that carcass from the beginning episodes that I said that they were eating on. They hunted down a giant animal, and they took it back from Zoomer. So now we're gonna go back to the trikes, which are probably startled from that noise, and walk into the jungle. Sorry, my nose is stuffed up. They're walking deeper and deeper into the jungle. And now we're gonna go to the T-Rex. And they have been stuck a giant turtle that we saw one die in the last episode. And wow! Look at all that blood in the water from the megalodon, which is still in the water. So now we're gonna go right back to the T-Rex, which have been stalking this whole entire time. And it looks like the injured T-Rex and Zoomer have mated. And if you look over here, you can see what they have been stalking. A giant turtle who is now walking up the mountain. It gets closer and closer to the T-Rex's ambush. And finally, the T-Rex goes and strikes. And then Zoomer comes in for a bite. Blood spreads everywhere. And this attracts new dinosaurs that will probably come sometime soon. And we'll leave them to feed this ginormous turtle. And now we will go to feed the brachiosaurs, which are eating in the jungle. Looks like they have gone into this big forest, which has only one huge tree that has covered a lot of landscape. One walks away to get a drink of water, as you know. As you know, a lot of brachiosauruses need water to survive. We're getting closer and closer to the watering hole. But for this, he has to walk up some rocks, which is pretty hard for one of these dinosaurs. Walks down to get a drink, starts drinking. Looks like he's had his fill. And we'll switch back to the female brachiosaurus. Sorry, I'm talking. I was confused. And I think we've filmed them a little too much, so we'll leave them to eat, and we'll go to the stegosaurus. finally looks like they've had their babies. And if you didn't watch the last episode, they had little eggs. And it turns out only 2 of them has survived. And it wasn't pretty, but there was 7 and only 2 survived, which is pretty sad. So, if we look at the alpha male and the others, they're eating on a plant that has fallen down, probably a tree branch or something. It looks like they're eating it. Sadly, this is the end of this video. Sorry about that. I'll see you later, guys, on the FierceLand in the mall.